books, and the Falcons and Patriots join the rest of the NFL teams as they get ready for the offseason. We got our insiders right here with us, Field Yates, Mark Dominic. And guys, I want to ask you questions moving forward because both of these teams have very important questions to answer. So we'll start with the Patriots. What do they need to answer to stay atop of the NFL?
Yeah, other than deciding what they're going to make their Super Bowl.
Mark?
Yeah, they've got a big challenge in front of them, and it's not so much the football team, because actually the football team from an unrestricted free...
Steven? Boo. We're going to have to wait and see what happens.
That's right. Hurry up and wait.
Thank you so much, guys. Now, don't go anywhere because coming up on Coast to Coast
joins us. When you talk to people around the league, what's the consensus on just how long he can play and continue the success that we're seeing?
Let's start here. Father Time eventually catches up to everybody. Like for 3 more years, that's the floor. The ceiling could be longer than that. And I don't want to say the Patriots are ignoring Tom Brady's age, but as much as we want to assign an estimate as to how much longer he can play, that's not how they operate. They're just not at that point with Tom Brady. Clearly, he's playing at as high of a level as a...
Hasselbeck joining us now. 2 seasons ago, Panthers 15-1 in the regular season. Folks were thinking, oh, young team, we got yourselves a little dynasty here. Lost the Super Bowl to Denver. Then this past season finished 6-10 and last in the NFC South. How do the Falcons avoid that same thing after losing the Super Bowl?
I think it starts with Dan Quinn, the messaging to the team.
Staff, you talk about Dan Quinn, you talk about Kyle Shanahan, who's now officially on his way to San Francisco, which means they are going to have to make a change there at offensive coordinator. Regardless of who that ends up being, what is that change how is that going to affect just how this offense is run?
So I think it's a huge deal. There's no one on the staff that has play calling experience. So if they want a potential hire for the Atlanta Falcons, so I actually think it's a really big deal because I think you want to keep some type of consistency. I think it's going to be difficult to find it at this point.
Especially considering the Falcons finished first in points this past season and trying to keep that consistency and perhaps replicate that. Tim Hasselbeck with us here on SportsCenter AM. Kevin?
About those Warriors, I hear they have a big game this weekend. As the saying goes, you can never go home again. But this weekend, Kevin Durant will do exactly that. After just 1 season in Seattle, KD called Oklahoma City his home for 8 years. Now, he's not expecting a homecoming party of any sort. He's okay with that. Durant sat down. Winning Super Bowls generally brings out the critics, or as the kids say, the haters. On Sunday night, following the Patriots' incredible Super Bowl 51 win, Deion Sanders used that opportunity to bring up New England's past transgressions. And then our own Herm Edwards. And Herm, you've been a coach for a long time. What are your experiences with, stealing signals during games?
It's a common practice.
Yeah? Is it cheating? But when we talk about, stealing signs, a lot of minds immediately think to the Patriots and Spygate in 2007. How is this different?
Filming. That's a little bit different when your opponent comes.
Welcome back to SportsCenter AM. It is Thursday morning, and that means Will Reeve is here for another edition of Why We Love Sports Today.
Jaymee, sports at their purest are about inclusion, love of the game, and last week in Oklahoma, the Norman High School girls basketball team reduced the game to its purest, most moving form by including a senior with special needs who loves the game, and it led to a moment that reminds us why we love sports.